Question number 15. What are the groups? So you again, there is a basically one single definition is there. There's just only two-line definition is there. A group is the combination of the dimension members that can make the higher level categories. For example, if you're working with the view and that shows the average test score by a major, and you may want to do group 13 majors together to create the major categories. Okay, so that's why the group are the necessary. For example, if you are having some values and that is related to nearly same, so at the same time you can make it a group. Question number 16. What is a hierarchical field? A hierarchical field in a Tableau is used for drilling down data. It means viewing your data at a granular level. Okay, so that's why hierarchical field was the necessary. And also separately in a Tableau there is one more option is there for the hierarchical. So you can also create an hierarchy within your data. So that's why hierarchical field was the important part in a Tableau. Question number 17. What are the different filter in a Tableau and how they are different from each other? Again, it is an important question is there. In a Tableau, filter are used to restrict the data from the database, and the filter are in Tableau look like a quick filter is there, context filter is there, and also there is a normal filter and the traditional filter are there. So let's see one by one everyone. Normal filter is used to restrict the data from the databases based on the selection of selected dimension or measures. And a traditional filter can be created by simply dragging a field onto the filter shelf. Basically, whenever you are working with the Tableau worksheet, so in a worksheet there is one part is related to the filter shelf. That's why I'm talking about that part. Quick filter is used to view the filtering options and filter each worksheet on a dashboard while changing the values dynamically look like within a range defined during the runtime. And the last filter is the context filter, and context filter is used to filter the data that is transferred to see the each individual worksheet. When a worksheet queries the data sources, it creates the temporary or the flat table that is used to compute the chart. This temporary table includes all the values that are not filtered out by the either or custom SQL or the context filter. Question number 18. What is the dual axis? Again, dual axis is a very important part whenever you are going to interview for the Tableau, because dual axis at the same time you have to consider two axes in a single thing. Okay, so dual axis is an excellent phenomena supported by the Tableau that helps the user view two scales of the two measures in the same graph. And many websites like Indeed.com or the LinkedIn or many more are there, and there are others to make the use of dual axis to show the comparison between two measures and their growth rate in in a separate set of the year. Dual axis let you know the compare the what are the multiple measures at the once and having two independent axes layered on the top of the another one. So that is the knowledge about the dual axis. And again, if you are going for interview, so you can prepare this concept dual axis, because sometimes they are also asking to you like how you can apply the dual axis on a first parameter you have to apply it, or in a second parameter applied. Also, whenever you can go for the dual axis, you are applying the dual axis from the row side or the column side. So you have to clear about the practical aspects of the dual axis as well. As question number 19. What is the difference between a tree map and a heat map? Since again we are already seen about like how tree map will work and how heat map will work. Okay, but now we are to provide again difference between both of them. So difference is very clear. Again, you can also provide the previous one answer to here as well. As like a heat map can be used for comparing categories with the color and size, and with the heat map you can compare two different measures together. But whenever we can talk about the tree map, so in the tree map also this is the same aspect. It is considered a very powerful visualization, as it can be used for the illustrating hierarchical data and a part to the whole relationship. Basically, the tree map is work for some categories and the heat map is working for the continuous things. So that's why one is working for regression type of things and second is work for the classification type of things. Question number 20. How to do perform testing in a Tableau? Again, it is a very interesting question. Is there somewhere the people are confusing to given these answers, but it's a very basic thing are there. Like performance testing is again an important part of the implementing Tableau, and this can be done by the loading testing Tableau server with the tab jolt, which is a point and run, and load generator can be created to the perform the Q&A like question and answer. While the tab jolt is not supported by the Tableau directly, so it has to be installed using other open source products. So that is at the same time you have to do some tool configuration, so that is also better for you. whenever you want to do the performance testing in a Tableau. Question number 21, how to remove all options from a Tableau on auto filter. That is again based upon the practical question is there. So if you can also prefer these images or the screenshot, whatever I can provide to show you to here. So that's how you can get the idea like how to remove all the options. Okay, so the auto filter provides the feature of removing all options by simply clicking the down arrow into the auto filter heading, and you can also scroll down the customize in the drop down and also uncheck the show all value attributes. If you can see the option like there is a first option in the customize like a show all value, so you have to unclick that part and it can activate it by checking it filter again. So regarding to that part, you can remove all options and you can also add the all option at a same time. Question number 22, how to add custom color to the Tableau. Yeah, that is again a good thing related to the practical. Okay, so this type of question will come in some advanced part because in the starting of the Tableau interview, they are asking you to some concept-based question. After that, they are asking you to some Tableau-based question and also some theory plus Tableau question. But in advanced part, they are asking you to some practical aspects of the question. Okay, so how to add custom color to Tableau, that is depends upon the some practical part. So that's why you can give the answer like that. Adding a custom color refers to an power tool in a Tableau. Restart your Tableau desktop once you save the file in terms of .cps file, because here you want to add some custom color. That's why. So from the measure pane, drag the one whatever what you want to add the color and color. Okay, so like some out color to some in color like that. And from the color legend menu arrow, select the edit rows, and when a dialog box opens, to select the palette, drop down the list and customize as per your requirement. So in a palette, if you can see there is some dark color is also there, some light color is also there, and they are also showing you some advanced color or some color combination is also there. So that's how you can also add the custom color in a Tableau, because sometimes they are asking this type of question whenever they want to really get some better in data visualization in terms of some analytics type of stuff. Okay, so that's why they can ask this question. Question number 23, what is a TDE file? Again, sometimes they are just only asking like what is the full form of TDE. So TDE full form is a Tableau desktop file in terms of extension. Okay, so that's why TDE file. So TDE is a Tableau desktop file that contains .tde extension. Okay, so whatever the Tableau desktop file you are getting, so it will come with some extension. Okay, so you can also simply like the TDE full form is the Tableau desktop file is there, and it is the extension, so Tableau desktop extension, and some file whatever they generated on a Tableau desktop, so that will come in terms of .td extension. It refers to the file that contains the data extracted from the external sources like Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, and also the Microsoft CSV file. So CSV not we are getting from Microsoft, but it's a CSV comma separated value file is there. So there are two aspects of the TD design that make them ideal for supporting analytics and the data discovery. Firstly, TD is the columnar storage there, and the second is how they are structured, which impacts how they are loaded into the memory and used by the Tableau, because this is the TD extension is there, and this is an important aspect of how TD's architecture is aware. And architecture awareness means that the TD uses all the parts of your computer memory from RAM to the hard disk and put each part to work that best for its characteristic. So that's how the TD file will work out over here. Question number 24, how to automate the reports. Once you can make it the worksheet, dashboard, storyline, so and then what are the things you can create it, you have to import it in your reports. So that's why automate the reported is a very important part over here. You need to publish a report to the Tableau server, because whenever you want to make automate the reports, you are not doing these things with the Tableau public. For that, you have to go with the Tableau desktop as well as Tableau server. So that's why you have to lead to the Tableau server. While publishing, you will find one option to the schedule report. You just need to select the time when you want to refresh the data. Question number 25. What is the assumed referential integrity? Again, that is its question is related to very advanced, but sometimes they can ask this question, but majorly 90% they are not asking this question. But for better understanding, we can clear the idea about the what is assumed referential integrity. Okay, so in some cases you can improve the query performance by selecting the option to assume the referential integrity from the data menu, and when you can use these options, Tableau will include the join the table in the query only if it is joined specifically referenced by the field in the view. If you can hear the images, so in a image you can get the idea that the sample superstore is there, and from the sample superstore you are getting the assume referential integrated, because sometimes according to data Tableau smart tool is there, and according to Tableau smartness they can evaluate the things like what are the assumption they can take. Okay, so that is depends upon the just particular one function, that is the assume referential integrity. Question number 26, there is again question mark. Question is included with the question mark, like suppose my license expires today, and will users be able to view the dashboard or workbook which I publish on the server earlier. Okay, so that is based upon like login and user ID, based upon that things are there. Again, sometimes whenever you can going for interview and the company are related to some services. Okay, so that's why they can ask you this type of question. Otherwise the manufacturers type of company are not asking this type of question. So how you can give the answer of this one? So you can ask them like, if your server license expires today, so your username on the server will have the role of the unlicensed, and which means you cannot access but others can. Okay, so if your in colleagues are able to view whatever the things you can done, but again here the main role will play by the admin, like the site admin can change the ownership to the another person, so they can expect to do not fail. Okay, so that's why from the employee as well as some admin they can settle out this condition. If Tableau software is good for the strategic acquisition, so yes, Tableau is good, as well as not only Tableau. I'm not good with some partiality. The Power BI is also good, and also the ClickView is also good with the strategic acquisitions, because as compared to the traditional BI tools, these all are good at now basis. So yes, for sure, it gives you the data insight to the extent that other two tools cannot do. So moreover, it also helps you to plan and point the anomalies and the improvise your process for the betterment for your company. So that's why strategic acquisition is good from the Tableau side. Question number 28, again question mark question is there, like can we place an Excel file in a shared location and use it to develop a report and refresh it in a regular intervals? Yes, we can do it, but for better performance we should use the extract, like because in a Tableau you are also going with the live connection and extract connection, so you can go with the extract thing. See, this type of question mark question are asking to you, but you are not going with the very depth deep answer. You have to just only give the answer in terms of yes or no, and if yes, so you are giving some short reasons. If yes, if there is no, so you are also giving some short reasons. Do not go with the very depth, because if you want go with the very depth, and if there is some practical or some other type of stuff will again create, so that will make you need trouble in your interview. Okay, so that's why whatever the answer you can giving, just giving like yes or no and with some short reasons. Question number 29, and that is the last question is there, like can Tableau can be installed on MacOS? So yes, Tableau can also work with the Windows. Tableau is also work with the MacOS, and also it is work with the Linux. Okay, so that's why not any question is like that if it is worked or not. Yes, Tableau desktop can be installed on both Mac and Windows operating systems. What are the tools are there? It's also, if I'm talking about the Power BI, Power BI is also work with the Tableau. Like Power BI is also work with the Microsoft Windows as well as MacOS. So it's not look like that the some particular tools are just only working with some type of operating system. They are all working with the, like they are designed to look like they're working with all the operating systems. So that's how you can prepare for the Tableau interview question. This type of question will come in terms of like the beginner phase or intermediate phase or some advanced phase are there. So here I can within some 29 question I already shown you like which type of question will come in a beginner part, which type of question will come in the intermediate or advanced part, and some of the question are coming from some manufacturing side, and if the companies are look like some service part, so they are only asking some service related question. They are not asking you to use some manufacturer type of thing. That are the Tableau interview question series are the, and this is end up here.